Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
Another week of loss, sacrifice, and strength in the battle against the coronavirus. But amid the heartache, there is hope. Plans are beginning to get underway for a time when life will look much more normal. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kimberly Hunt. There are now more than 2,100 COVID-19 cases in San Diego County. Today, the county reported 71 new cases, bringing our total to 2,158. 7 more people have died, bringing the region's death toll to 70. Concerns continue to surface about access to coronavirus testing. Here in San Diego, people are telling their stories about going untested despite having symptoms. 10 News anchor Lindsay Pena shows us how government and health leaders are responding.
Getting a coronavirus test may not be as easy as some would like. 10 News has received multiple calls and emails from people who claim to have symptoms of COVID-19 but are still unable to get a test. Vice President Mike Pence Friday addressing the issue.
We believe that states could actually more than double the amount of daily testing that is happening today by simply activating all of the labs. And Dr. Birx will detail some of those resources today, and we'll be going over those very specifically with governors on Monday.
Here in San Diego County, health officials responding to the concerns by saying they're creating a new testing task force.
We know we can and we must test more individuals.
But Dr. Wilma Wooten also pointed out that roughly 80% of people with coronavirus have mild to moderate symptoms. According to the latest numbers from the county, as of Friday, there were 30,246 total tests performed.
We have more capacity, and then as we are expanding the platforms that are being added on, we want to make sure that we are focused on the priorities that have been set by the federal government.
Dr. Wooten says the task force will look at all the facilities currently doing testing and assess how operations might be improved on. She also explained that some groups, like those that are homeless and those that live in facilities like nursing homes, would be priorities.
To look at all of the various groups that we can test so that we will have a better understanding of what this illness looks like in our community.
Lindsay Pena, 10 News.
The coronavirus is spreading at the Otay Mesa detention facility. Tonight, ICE told 10 News there are now a total of 26 cases there. 18 of those are detainees. That's the second highest total of any ICE facility in the U.S. Besides the detainees, 8 ICE employees have the virus as well. The Otay Mesa detention facility is run by a private prison company called Core Civic. We reached out to see if any of its staff has COVID-19. We have not yet heard back. For the first time in 50 years, there will be no Comic-Con in San Diego in 2020. Organizers announced today they're canceling July's event because of the pandemic. It's a huge blow to San Diego's economy. Comic-Con generates about $149 million every year. Anyone with a badge to this year's Comic-Con can either get a refund or transfer it to next year. More discussion today on the planning for how we can safely reopen when medical experts believe that it's safe to do so. Reopening will be done in phases after the county reaches certain criteria. County Public Health Officer Dr. Wooten says even when businesses do reopen, there will be major changes for a while afterward.
We really have to have many things in place in order to dial down so that we can get back to some sense of normalcy. I really want to encourage and have people realize that things aren't going to be the way they used to be before. We are most likely, until we get vaccines in place to allow us to get some type of herd immunity, we will have to wear facial covers, the social distancing strategies. Even if we open up restaurants for indoor dining, we will still have to have social distancing strategies in place. So I just really ask people to stay the course.
Dr. Wooten stresses the month of May will be the earliest we could get a timeline when we can reopen. Meantime, Mayor Kevin Faulconer updated the progress on getting homeless people off the streets of San Diego. He says they're going above and beyond recommended guidelines by testing even if those without symptoms are moved into the convention center.
53 tests were conducted yesterday. We had 0 positive tests. 34 were negative and 19 are pending. And as a reminder, the health is monitored at the convention center on a daily basis. Anyone with symptoms is removed and isolated. But just like the general population, it is very possible that there are those who may have COVID-19 and exhibit no symptoms. And this is what this testing is all about, finding asymptomatic individuals to help contain the spread.
The mayor also announced a newly formed advisory group will meet Monday to begin working on a plan for reopening our local economy, possibly sometime in May. More than 36,000 people in the U.S. have died from COVID-19. As ABC's Marcy Gonzalez reports, San Diegans are not the only ones worried about testing.
Closing out our country's deadliest week since the coronavirus pandemic began, the impact still intensifying in some places. The number of people killed by COVID-19 in New Jersey doubling since last week.
This is now more than 5 times the number of New Jerseyans we lost on 9/11.
Residents of nursing homes accounting for 40% of deaths in that state, 50% in Massachusetts. And in some communities, including Southern California, some healthcare workers are still fighting for the protective equipment they need to safely treat patients.
I'm worried, potentially every day that my body may start exhibiting some new symptoms that I wasn't experiencing.
Concerns about the availability of testing also a key focus as states work out strategies to restart their economies.
Our best scientists and health experts assess that states today have enough tests to implement the criteria of phase 1 if they choose to do so.
Texas, one of the first states planning to reopen some stores next week for curbside pickups only.
We must put health and safety first.
Protesters in several other states defying stay-at-home orders, insisting they be lifted now. President Trump tweeting, encouraging them, and saying he hopes to reopen more than just businesses soon.
I think the schools are going to be open sooner rather than later.
The president also announcing $19 billion now allocated to help farmers and ranchers. Some of that money going towards buying products to stock food banks, like this one in San Antonio, helping to keep so many families like Matthew Cerna's afloat.
Nobody likes it when your kids ask what's for dinner and you're not sure what to tell them.
Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
California lost nearly 100,000 jobs last month, ending a record 10-year streak of growth. The state unemployment rate was 5.3% in March. Of course, it will be much higher this month, likely over 12%. To rebound from our pandemic-induced recession, Governor Newsom is calling on what he describes as 80 of California's best minds. The team includes all 4 living former California governors, as well as a range of business experts who will provide weekly updates.
We want in real time to demonstrate meaningful reforms, meaningful changes. We're working on bonds, working on all kinds of financial mechanisms to jumpstart this economy, loans and grants, how we use I can go on and on, except to say work is already underway, progress is being made, and we look forward to seeing more of that in the weeks ahead, not just months ahead.
Newsom advised California residents not to speculate on when the state will be safely ready to lift our guidelines. He stressed now is not the time. We are still in a stay-at-home mandate.
It's really scary out there. We've got a lot of families who are losing their jobs. We have children that we don't want to see go hungry.
Thieves deal a blow to the Salvation Army's mission to feed families. The nonprofit says someone targeted one of their delivery trucks on Easter, stealing 2 tires. 10 News reporter Anthony Pura has more on what they need from the community now.
The Salvation Army says on Easter they noticed someone ripped out 2 tires from one of their food delivery trucks. The tires have been replaced, but they say it's hurt them financially. This Salvation Army food truck was found on blocks, 2 tires taken. It was discovered this way Sunday afternoon, just as workers were getting ready to head out for a food pickup and delivery.
And the fact that someone stole 2 tires on Easter, we can't even comprehend why that would happen.
Glennis Eckert is with the Salvation Army. She says the truck was parked outside their facility.
I have no idea why someone would steal 2 tires, especially 2 commercial tires. They won't even fit on a normal vehicle.
The Salvation Army has replaced the commercial wheels, but at a significant cost.
It was approximately $1,200 for the tires, but what that equates to at the San Diego Food Bank would have been 9,000 pounds of food. Just by taking 2 tires from us that we have to buy means that we can't put food into the hands of people that need it.
The pandemic's effect on the economy has put a financial strain on so many families, and the Salvation Army says their services now are even more important.
Right now we have over 1,000 families who are really relying upon us on a weekly basis to give them a food box.
But the pandemic has also impacted the funds that support the nonprofit. That's why they're asking the community for help.
What we really need from the community is that if you have that extra $5 from your stimulus check that you can send to us, it's going to pay for food for this community.
Anthony Pura, 10 News.